Okay, so our next study is going to be, we're going to use Payne's Gray. Payne's Gray is it's a type of black that has a little bit of a blue hue to it. Okay, we're going to again make reference to our cloud structures, understanding where our light's coming from, and choosing some sort of composition, always keeping in mind that we're going to work from light to dark. In this particular case, the light energy is going to be the white of the page, right? We don't use white paint in this particular case. So let's draw out a composition here. Maybe we'll do a little bit of an urban scene, maybe with some buildings, something flat, right? Some buildings. Okay, some kind of jagged, maybe a mountain next to it. Okay, maybe if we're like it, we're in Los Angeles or something. Okay, some buildings, some kind of a jagged landscape here. Okay, right, and our clouds, I kind of like this sort of massive clouds there in the middle. So we're going to draw an edge in the middle that's rising like that, right? Okay, layers of clouds. All right. Maybe some rain coming through. Okay. Okay. And the variations of light to dark. Okay. So we have our fresh, clean water there. Okay. We have our Payne's Gray right there on our palette. We're going to take the large brush and wet the surface down again, right? So it's going to have a easier time of seeping into the paper. Okay, it's very important to keep your colors segregated and implement them with a purpose. There we go. So Payne's Gray, and the Payne's Gray has a little bit of a, like I said, a little bit of a blue hue to it. All right. Okay. So here we go. Now I'm going to work in the background, right, to harness the color. All right, so let's take a large round brush, right, and start to create some values here. So I'm going to use a very light value of this Payne's Gray to start with, and I'm going to just float it in there. Nice. The paper is nice and wet, and it's creating a soft application, which is good. That's what we want. Okay. Go. And we're going to cover the landmass because it falls within the value. Okay, so this time I'm not going to dry the page right away. I'm going to see how we do with floating that in nicely. Okay, no, it's already dry. All right, so, ooh, okay. I'm going to my light source is in upper left. Okay, so we're going to continue. Continue to structure that cloud. Like I said, that we could create the effect of rain coming through here. You know how you can see it through the Okay. Okay, very good. Soften these edges a little bit. Okay, add our next level of value to the underside of the clouds while the paper's still wet. Kind of like a sun shower, actually, right? A big rain cloud. Okay. Go back and define this cloud a little bit more by darkening the upper side of the sky. Okay, and now I'm going to dry this just a teeny bit. All right, and I'm going to put in my first layer of values on the landscape, which are pretty dark. Okay, and here we go. And we have, I'm going to take, first I'm going to sort of lay down a large brush. Put on these mountains. That's my first layer. So I know I'm going to get darker with that, all right? And I'm going to take a smaller brush for that detail of the cityscape in the distance, right? right? Take my larger brush and put in a next value of dark areas, right? Separating the clouds from the landmass, right? Sharp edge versus the soft clouds. Coax in some of this value again, like a storm cloud over the city. You know, every picture tells a story, kind of a thing. Okay. I'm going to soften all of this. I'm softening all the edges. We've created a rain cloud. Less sharp light, okay? Dramatic. Okay. Emphasize the rain a little bit. Sheets of rain coming down. Soft. Okay. And maybe one more shot underneath there to emphasize the drama. Okay, and I'm going to compositionally enhance this thing a little bit. Right, I'm going to continue a big thunderhead over the top. Right. I'm going to just increase the contrast a little more. Right. Drama. Okay, and now I'm going to touch up that landscape. Increase the density of it. All right, this is all under the shadow of that thundercloud. Right. Buildings, trees on the edge there. All right, that detail is important. Sharp, crisp in relationship to the soft sky. Okay. And there we go. Totally different atmosphere. Some rain clouds. Big thunderhead above. Dramatic. Okay. And there you go. So each one of these compositions, right, creates a different atmosphere. The bright values where the light is, right, and the sky value there that supports and creates that bright area, right? Same thing from here, right, to the bright, to the shadow, okay? And then the dark landscape, which contrasts with the soft sky. So there you go. That's how you create the atmosphere, okay? And we used a limited palette, okay? And all this is working towards creating a full-fledged landscape, which we're going to do in a future lesson, okay? So that completes the study of the cloud. So sky, light, creating atmosphere.